Hello, this is Matt from MattHallWritesCopy.com, and I'm doing a website copy review for the whiskeyorder.com.au, which is another subscription box, and this time it's aimed at people who love whiskey. This every month it looks like you send some sampling 30 milliliter bottles of whiskey to the homes of the lucky individuals who want to try and sample the um, uh, different types of whiskey from all over the world. So let's get into it and let's start picking apart your site. Um, First, let's start off with the call to action. Your call to action should be very clear and should very specifically let the reader know what exactly it is you want them to do. And you actually excel at that. This is really good. Sign me up or give us a gift. I really like how clear it is. You want somebody to sign up. That's it. You repeat this a few times throughout your page, which is really excellent as well. Subscribe to the whiskey order. It works. You also use a varied call to action, so that's great. To give us a gift is another really cool option to have. My suggestion would be to have this button be a slightly different color so that the sign me up stands out, but the give us a gift is still here. You might even make it just plain text instead of as a button. Next, let's talk about your headline. Um, Sample great whiskey every month. That describes what you do well. It's very easy to figure out what it is you do from the headline, but there's really not much of an emotional component. Instead, the emotional component seems to be here in the subheadline. So my suggestion is actually to switch the headline and the subheadline. So let's go ahead and do that. The headline, let's make that here. I've gone ahead and copied it. You've got some weird page protection, so I have to dive right into the code, which is fine. And then the subheadline, okay, and let's do this. Okay, and let's change that button. While we're diving the code, let's go ahead and change this. Or maybe I should change to send a gift, which is actually pretty cool. So here's a revised version. How does a hand-curated selection of the world's finest whiskey sound? Sample great whiskey every month while saving hundreds of dollars. This definitely piques my interest. If I'm a whiskey lover, I think, yeah, this sounds pretty good. And then I read the subheadline, and I think, yeah, I'm much more interested. Sign me up or send us a gift. Works great. Next, let's dive into the body copy. First, the subscription section here, I don't really need it. Easy to order, always unique. Okay, it's too much to read. It overwhelms me. You made a comment in submitting the form that you were worried is a little too wordy in your body copy, and I tend to agree with you. So go ahead and get rid of this section entirely, I think. Next, what is the whiskey order? Again, it's a little wordy, which is fine because we have plenty of time to revise and change it as necessary. I went ahead and made some minor changes to it, and I'm going to go ahead and plug those in so you can kind of see. What I tried to do is streamline the story that you're telling, cutting out elements that maybe weren't the most necessary, and just trying to get people interested. So, for example, the size of the bottle, you mentioned the 30 milliliter bottles a lot. I'm not convinced that that's something that actually needs to be mentioned so frequently. Perhaps in a frequently asked questions, you could say one of the questions could be how big are the bottles that I'll receive every month? You'll say they come in 30 milliliter bottles, which is enough, which is the perfect size to taste and savor the flavor of these unique whiskeys and scotches. I don't really know the plural for this. I'm sorry. A confession. I'm actually not a drinker, but I have friends who are, and they love whiskey. So I think you definitely have an opportunity to reach a really good market. So that's why I changed the body text to a whiskey club like no other. The whiskey order sends you up to 5 unique tastings of whiskey each month. Each tasting sample will be hand drawn from a curated selection of Scotch and worldwide whiskey. You'll be taken on a journey through the most exciting and adventurous whiskey on earth. Purchased separately, the bottles used in our tastings would cost well over $100 each due to the premium nature of our selections. But through months of careful negotiations, I went ahead and added this. I hope that's okay, but frankly, you need some reason why it's cheap. Otherwise, people are going to get really suspicious that it's really cheap whiskey. And a few tumblers of scotch, added that as a joke. The whiskey order is able to offer these wonderful malts to our subscribers as a low-cost monthly parcel. Become a member today to begin enjoying your hand-curated monthly selection of the world's finest whiskey, and then have another call to action button here. Begin your subscription or something like that. I try to make a little more narratives and storytelling, and this is just a really rough first draft, so revise it a little more as you need, but something simple and clean and elegant would work well. I would also probably increase the font size from 1.3 to 1.5 EM. The reason is, I have a decent sized monitor, but increasing it a little bit it fills out the page a little better, and it just, in my opinion, looks nicer. So how it works: sign up online, we curate your selection, enjoy a monthly whiskey. Again, this text needs a little bit of revision. Sign up online. I don't know if we even need subtext here. We curate your selection of the world's best whiskeys. And third, enjoy your monthly whiskey or something like that, making it personal. Get started. Again, that's good. What's inside the box? Here, my suggestion would be, instead of just trying to, this part here, it's interesting. Maybe say, let's see. There we go. For example, if you always want to try 25 Old Dram, for samples of very rare or old whiskey that would cost you well over each bottle. And then here, let's see, let's change this to, here's what you get each month. And then go into a bullet list. List. Learn more if you want, or sign up however you want. This will cut down the text, and this way people can scan it and see, oh, okay, I get whiskeys, I get a tasting mat, I get whatever else you're including in your boxes. Wood chips, shavings, learn more. And then this part here, it's too easy. Again, you explain the whole process for the third time on the page. We don't need it. Just go ahead and get rid of it. Just include a final headline and then subscribe to the whiskey order. So I hope this helps. I hope this kind of gives you some more direction on your site. I think you've got a really, really good idea, and I think based on what I know about whiskey lovers, whiskey fans, this is really going to resonate with your audience. This page works well too. You just basically need to kind of streamline the homepage, kind of as you suspected, and hopefully this has given you some good advice, good ideas on how you can actually do that. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. My email is matt@matthallwritescopy.com, or you can visit matthallwritescopy.com for any questions you may have. Good luck, and again, let me know if you have any more questions or need some copy written.